Farewell. Brett and Eddie only woke up at 10 a.m. Eddie was awake first. He didn't want to wake Brett, so he just lay there for a while staring at Brett's peaceful face. Eventually, Brett stirred a bit, groaned a bit, and then slowly opened his eyes.
"Morning, Breddy,"
Eddie said with a smile.
"Oh no, Cheesy's so early in the morning,"
Brett groaned. With a mischievous smile, he gave Eddie a peck on the nose and got up to use the bathroom. When he returned, he got right back under the covers and closed his eyes.
"Oh, no you don't,"
Eddie said.
"We have stuff to do."
"Just 5 minutes, please," Brett pleaded.
"By the time I come back from the bathroom, you better be up and dressed,"
Eddie says in his best Asian mom voice. Brett mumbles as he covers his head under the pillow. Eddie freshened up, put on a decent t-shirt, and then goes to find some coffee, giving Brett a few more minutes to wake up. He finds Sue in the kitchen, glaring at the oven.
"That looks serious,"
Eddie jokes. Oh, no, I'm making muffins, and the last 3 minutes seem to last 3 hours. I know as soon as I go sit down, the timer will go ping, but now that I'm standing here, it's not moving. Let me boil some water for coffee," she says as she picks up the kettle and walks over to the sink to fill it. Just then, the timer runs out with a loud ping. "See? Just as I said," Sue laughs.
"Here, let me,"
Eddie says as he takes the kettle from her so she can tend to the muffins. The muffins smell amazing. Eddie switches on the kettle and prepares mugs for 4 people. He only adds coffee powder, as he had no idea how Sue or Johan preferred their coffee. She turns the muffins out on a rack to cool down and comes to help with the coffee. Just then, Johan comes in through the kitchen door, watering can in hand.
"I swear it's so hot out there. I might have to water the flowers 3 times today,"
he says as he wipes his feet and then closes the door behind him.
"Ah, Eddie, good morning. And Brett, morning to you,"
he says as Brett appears in the doorway.
"Dude, have a seat at the kitchen table. I made coffee,"
Eddie says. Johan takes a seat as well as Eddie brings over the coffee mugs. Sue puts the muffins in a small basket and brings that, butter, jam, and some small plates and knives.
"How did it go at the apartment?"
Johan asks. Eddie gives them the highlights of their efforts. Brett groans.
"I swear, if we have to go shopping again, I'm gonna scream. Every time we enter the apartment, we notice something else we didn't buy yet,"
Brett adds.
"Dude, I already have a list again,"
Eddie laughs.
"We need laundry liquid, surface spray, dishwashing liquid, some basic groceries like coffee, sugar, and milk. We need water and some juices or soft drinks."
"Okay, enough," Brett says as he covers his ears. "I'm doomed to spend the rest of my life in a supermarket." "Why don't you do what I do?" Sue said. She fetches her phone and shows Brett an app he can install. It searches for places in the vicinity that does delivery. You can then pick what you need, pay, and wait for the delivery.
"Sue, you are a lifesaver,"
Eddie says.
"Otherwise, I would have listened to complaints the rest of the day."
"Hey," Brett says as he elbows him in the ribs.
"The abuse I suffer,"
Eddie complains. They all laugh as they start preparing some muffins. Eddie is sad that they have to leave today. Sue and Johan are some of the nicest people he ever met.
"In a few months, when we have more furniture than just a couch and 2 plates, we will invite you over for dinner,"
Brett says, slightly embarrassed.
"You have more than we had when we got married,"
Johan says.
"I was still studying, and Sue did house cleaning part-time. This house belonged to my parents back then. Sue and I lived in the room you were staying in for the first 2 years of our marriage. as we couldn't afford to get our own place yet. It was miserable, and when we finally moved out, we could only afford a small one-bedroom apartment.
Sue laughed and said,
We shared it with a small population of cockroaches as well.
Ew,
Eddie says, pulling a face. He hates cockroaches more than anything else on earth.
Breddy, what if we have cockroaches in the apartment? We didn't check for that,
he says with big eyes.
Dude,
Brett laughed.
You should see your face right now. There's no pests. Trust me.
Well, if you do, Breddy here can kill them for you.
Johan chuckles. Eddie can feel the red of embarrassment creeping from his neck, up his cheeks, and to his ears. He didn't realize he used Breddy.
I'm just teasing,
Johan says.
It's sweet you call him Breddy. Isn't it, Buttons?
He says, smiling at Sue.
If I may ask, why Buttons?
Brett asks, eager to change the subject.
After we got married, as I said, Sue was working as a cleaner. Every now and then she would find some loose items people wanted to throw away, like buttons, socks with no mate, and so on. She kept all of it, but the buttons remained over the years. She still has a tin full of them somewhere. Somehow the nickname also stuck around. We have to get packing,
Eddie says.
There's still lots to do. At least we are saved from another shopping trip. I have a favor to ask, please,
Brett says.
We will pack up everything, but can we leave our stuff here for a while, though? I have to go and see my parents. Might as well do it before we go to the other side of the city.
Sue nodded with a smile.
Eddie,
Brett says as they reach their bedroom.
Will you come with me, please? I'm scared.
Eddie wraps his arms around Brett from behind.
Of course I will.